Hi, I'm your host, Dan White for Business to Business, and today I'm here with...
Charles Hamilton, Commercial Account Manager here at BDC in Durham Region.
Thank you for attending.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to our talk. As you know, one of the themes of our show is about financial literacy, and I thought, what better guest could I possibly have?
Oh my, pressure's on.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, tell me a little bit about yourself. Who
Okay.
are you and what are you all about?
Sure. So name's Charles again. Grew up actually here in Durham Region. Went to high school around here. Moved further and further out east.
Right.
Went to Carleton University. Took a BCom. So happens that my life took me back to Toronto. Not that I didn't like Durham, but guess where I ended up? Right back here at Durham.
Isn't that cool?
And I've been at BDC now for 2 years in a commercial account manager role supporting
Wow.
Durham Region companies.
That's awesome. So my guess is you meet a lot of interesting business people.
A ton.
And being that our theme is financial literacy, tell me about the average client that comes in and wants to borrow money.
That's a great one. There's a variance. I would say naturally, an entrepreneur, they didn't go into business to be an Excel wizard. They didn't go into business to be, I would say, an expert in financial accounting. They went into business because they love to either sell a product or widget or a service. And it's often the financial literacy part or that piece of the business is often left last, which can sometimes really hurt a business.
Yeah. Would you agree with my statement that the accounting is the most important part of any business?
I would say definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You can definitely thrive with a great product and a great service offering, but you can certainly die without knowing the book, so to speak.
That's right. So to what extent do you think that that businesses come in, see that level of importance, and how do you communicate to them how important it is to you, the person making the decision?
Yeah, so it's often when someone comes in, they're looking to borrow money, and
Yeah.
I'm the guy that has some say whether they can access that capital.
Right.
And it's often a great indication as to where they are in their life cycle, as to how they understand their financial statements and what sort of understanding they have on, let's say, their monthly projections, cash flow budgets, and outlook for the next 12 to 24 months. And in that space, not only can we help with financing, but we can also help with that financial coaching too.
That's really interesting. Now, as I understand it, BDC takes a different approach than conventional banks. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the traditional bank making a loan to a business, they want to know how much their assets are worth, and they're going to loan based on the assets rather than the business.
Sure. Look, so you could probably do my job. How about we switch chairs?
So I am correct then in my assumption that they would come for a business loan based on the business viability
Sure. Yeah.
and their understanding of finances.
Right.
So when you're looking at that, do you find it difficult to have these businesses really comprehend how important financial literacy is to them, or do they get there quickly?
That's a good one. I think most get there quickly, and again, because they're coming to the bank, they know that they have to get their ducks in a row.
You're right.
No pun intended. And at the end of the day, we are still a bank, and so we still have the same sort of credit adjudication process as a normal bank would. But again, we do, I would say, take a different approach and try and take an overall holistic view of the business, not just where they were, but where they're going. How can we play a role?
Yeah.
And so our hope, and hopefully my goal is to play a role in that entrepreneur's life cycle and helping them better understand where they are in their business financially.
Right. Okay, now we have this idea that if you want to look at what's necessary in starting a business, take a look at financial rehabilitation when things go bad and use that as the model for how to start a business.
That's not a bad one at all.
Yeah. So is there any particular client that you loan money to that you would find more interesting than anything else?
In terms of what? In terms of industry, in terms of focus?
Just something that would be interesting, you'd say, an interesting concept, for instance, that you would found interesting to finance.
Okay. You know what? I'm a personal, I guess you can say, I love tech.
Yeah.
That's probably the space and the industry that I follow most. So anything having to do with software, innovation, pushing the envelope, I personally take quite a bit of liking to.
So,
But I would say definitely don't discriminate, and there's a ton of great businesses, no matter
Of
what
course,
industries.
yes. So if somebody came to you with an exciting technology idea that made great sense.
Yeah.
You would personally take an extra interest in that.
Maybe.
You did.
So you definitely have my ear, guys.
Yes.
If you have some innovation on the table,
So,
come talk to me.
so being that I'm involved in such a thing, I should make an appointment with you.
You probably should, right?
Well,
We can do it
sounds-
right now, but
Okay.
we're kind of on camera. We're kind of busy, I
Yeah,
think.
that's true. So, if you could share with our audience, why should someone deal with you, and why should someone come to BDC? As an elevator statement, why would they come to you?
Yeah, I would say, a lot of folks say this, and we're one of many, but I think we really do a great job of, one, trying to understand where business is going and where they want to go. And it sounds a bit cheesy, but what I like to say to folks is, I'm here, and we're here to help you grow from where you are today to where you want to grow to where you want to be tomorrow.
Right.
And so, I want to hear what's happening in the business, the good, the bad, the ugly,
Yeah.
the bones in the closet, hear your hopes, your dreams, and let's make it happen.
Yeah.
If it isn't something that we can do right now, let's make a plan to help that come to fruition in the near future. Okay. And so we can help both with the financing, with the advisory, and overall just supporting you in many different facets, whether it's connecting you to great professionals in the area. Yeah. Yours truly over here. And so there's definitely a ton of different ways that we can bring value to a business.
That's awesome, and I hope you don't mind saying it, but we're a client, and we think you guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Dan.
Yes.
This was great.
Okay, thank you.